Hey guys, this is Spartacus here and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to get easy sniper headshots here in Modern Warfare. And if you guys are just like me and you suck at sniping in pretty much any Call of Duty game, then you're gonna have a bad time. It is not easy to snipe here in Modern Warfare, and I'm having a huge difficulty doing so. And the only reason why I'm really using snipers in the first place is so I can get my 50 headshots done with the officer rank challenges. I'm not even trying to go for camouflage challenges, which by the way, you need at least 60 sniper headshots with the Dragunov if you want gold with it, and I'm assuming with the other snipers you need 60 headshots as well. In the past, at least sometimes it wasn't like 160 headshots or even 100 headshots, so I guess that's good, but still, getting headshots can be a little bit frustrating because some snipers can kill in one shot with the chest or above, and of course that's not going to count as a headshot if you're not actually hitting them in the head. Now, how do you get easy sniper headshots? Well, first of all, let's talk about attachments that you can use on your snipers. So the one attachment that I think is the best one for getting sniper headshots is the Bipod Attachment. You have way more control over your weapon when you're crouched or prone using this attachment, and of course you can mount your gun on pretty much any surface in like any multiplayer map, and that could help you control your gun as well. So I highly recommend doing that when you are using a sniper. And of course there's a perk called Persistence of Mind. Now this perk actually allows you to hold down your breath longer. So let's say for example you're in situations where you can't actually mount your gun, you're looking at an enemy but you're not mounting your gun, I guess. Well, if you're holding down your breath, this perk allows you to hold your breath a lot longer, so that could help your accuracy in the long run, which is very good. And what about scopes? Like now for me personally, if I'm playing a 6v6 map, like for example Shoot House, and I have the Scout Combat Optic, that's the one I use. I don't really use the default scope. I did use a default scope at first, and I also used a thermal one, which is like an 8x scope, but then I'm like, you know what? I don't think these scopes are really helping me out. I think the more 8x like looking scopes or the variable zoom scopes are a lot better if you're playing on a ground war game mode, but if you're playing a smaller maps with 6v6, then I highly recommend choosing an optic that doesn't zoom in as much. And so for my biggest tip when going for these headshots, if this playlist is still there at the time this video is already out, play Shoot House 24/7. I mean, I don't know how long Shoot House 24/7 is going to be here in Modern Warfare, but I highly recommend playing that playlist when you have the chance, because in that map, on basically both sides of the spawns, there's basically this wall that literally everybody goes at and tries to snipe people across the map. And I highly recommend doing that, just camping your ass off and trying to snipe people across the map, because the chances are there's going to be other people who are going to be on that other side of that wall, and they're going to want to snipe you too, and you have the chance to actually get them first. And overall, it's just a better way to get headshot because they're basically head glitching right there. And so I highly recommend doing that. You guys make sure you play Shoot House and stay behind that wall and just snipe as many people as you possibly can. That's the best tip I can give you guys for getting headshots. Now, you don't have to stay behind the wall if you don't want to. You can move around the map. Just overall, I think Shoot House is the best map to play just because you have way more opportunities to run into enemies, and it's way better if you're playing an objective game mode, for example. So like, I guess Team Deathmatch in my opinion hasn't really worked out so well on Shoot House, and it won't really work out for you as well on pretty much any other map, because with Team Deathmatch everyone just camps their dicks off in basically any close quarters area, and snipers aren't good in close quarters areas. But if you're playing an objective game mode like Domination or Headquarters, enemies are going to be moving around and you're going to have better chances of killing them when they're trying to run to an objective and they don't realize you're sniping in a certain location. So what about ground war, you guys? So ground war, of course, you are pretty much able to go anywhere on any ground war map and be able to snipe. Sniping in ground war isn't a bad option, but you got to remember there's a lot of other people sniping as well. And I'm not just talking about the enemy team, I'm also talking about your teammates, because your teammates are going to be able to go in those popular sniping spots before you, and you're going to have to find somewhere else to snipe, and it's just going to be a little bit of a struggle for you, and you're wasting time trying to kill enemies and stuff like that. So ground war can be a good spot to snipe, but you got to remember there's enemy players that are sniping too that could potentially kick your butt at it, and of course your teammates are going to be going into those sniper spots as well, and it's going to take away your opportunity to be in that spot and get kills, so you got to find somewhere else to go. And to me, ground war is kind of a little bit more of a pain in the ass, and there's going to be like those long periods of time time where you're not going to find any enemies to kill, and even when you do kill an enemy, it might not even be a headshot, so you got to remember that as well. So for me personally, 6v6 game modes, especially the objective ones and shoot house 24/7, are your best bets for trying to get good headshots here in Modern Warfare. And of course, use the bipod and the persistence of mind perk as well on your snipers, so that way you have better accuracy with your weapon, and hopefully just keep aiming for that head and be patient, you guys. Seriously, when you're aiming down sights with that sniper, be patient. Just because you see an enemy, don't feel like you got to shoot your gun right away. Make sure your sights are lined right onto their head and shoot when you think you need to kill the enemy, I guess. So anyway, that's the best tips I can give you guys for getting easy headshots here in Modern Warfare. It's no easy task. You're probably not going to get a good KD. If you guys are worried about your KD, then just run overkill. Seriously, just run overkill. Have the like 725 as your secondary, or like an SMG as your secondary, and just in case you get into a close quarter situation with an enemy, and of course your sniper is going to be useless, so just switch to your secondary that's with overkill with a shotgun. I don't know, you guys, just if you're worried about your KD, just use overkill. So anyway, that's the best tips I can give you guys for this video. Make sure you leave a like if you enjoyed it, and of course subscribe to the channel for more Modern Warfare videos in the future, and I shall catch you guys later.